Hey, everybody in Zoom land. I understand that schedules have been crazy and you might not be able to join. So I'm going to go ahead and read aloud my adaptation and survival text. And if you want to play it back at any time, you go right ahead. This is one of our books from our Mac and Via digital resource. So I would like to share what it looks like. Just like any other normal book, you can flip forward, flip backward. You can see the arrows here. It has a reader feature as well. If you click down here, it can be read aloud to students. You can minimize and maximize the screen size. So it has a lot of adaptations within the book. You can do some citations and some searching, but for today's purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and read a few of the pages from Adaptation and Survival, especially considering the week we have had of weather. So, welcome to Adaptations and Survival. Ways to survive. Animals must change in order to stay alive in their habitat. This is called adaptation. The change could be due to the animal's body or the way in which it behaves. Adaptations can help the animals to hunt, eat, move, and find a mate, or protect itself. Different types of animals have adapted in different ways over thousands of years. We're going to meet a mole and see him hiding right down here. Meet the mole. Moles have adaptations that help them to survive underground. They have sharp claws for digging tunnels in the soil. They also have a large nose to smell where earthworms are and sharp teeth to hold on to the worm when they catch them. Can you see the mole's tiny little eyes? Moles do not need to see well because they live in the dark. You can barely see their eye slits right here. This is a frigate bird. This is a true story. Frigate birds are adapted to life in the air. Their 6-foot wingspan helps them to swoop down and snatch fish from the ocean and fly off again. They are great flyers, but they cannot walk or swim well. They only land on cliffs to rest or to find a mate. Male frigate birds have another amazing adaptation. They can blow up their red throat pouch like a balloon to attract a female. There it is, all blown up. The black male frigate bird has inflated its bright red throat to get itself noticed. And if I flip through, you can choose what other optional pages you want to read if you want to read it all. For today's recording, I'm just going to highlight that you can read about the great white killer whale and why and how it survives. Also, giraffes. Giraffes are an interesting long-necked animal. So if you want to find out more about their amazing tongues and how they eat their food, you could read more about a giraffe. Also, owls in flight. I'm going to read about the owl because it talks about the snowy owl, and I think that's pretty relevant for the week we've had. The owl is an awesome nighttime hunter. It has adapted to fly almost silently through the air. Owls catch small animals on the ground. At night, these prey animals use sound to tell if a predator is near. Owls use only the skill of silent flight to catch their prey. Silent and deadly. The owl is able to fly in silence because of the design of their feathers. Owls have large feathers with jagged edges that soften the sound of the flapping wings. The feathers are also coated in a velvet, smooth cover, which soaks up that sound. This lets the owl silently swoop down on its prey. Owls have very sharp beaks, which they use to rip their prey. Their incredible eyesight helps them to see the prey and the animals in the dark. And here you can see the snowy owl also has excellent eyesight. Okay. Oh, this one's about a monkey and how they go on the move. Crocodiles and their suits of armor. Racing cats, okay, the cheetah. Chameleon, if any of you have ever had a chameleon and seen a chameleon, they change color to adapt to their environment. Those are pretty cool animals. A snow bear. Snow bear, the polar bear lives in the Arctic at the far north of our planet. This place is covered in ice and snow for most of the year. Incredibly, the polar bear has adapted to survive there. Fat and fur. The polar bear has 2 layers of hair. These trap warm air around its body and create a waterproof layer that stops the bear's skin from becoming wet and cold. Polar bear hair looks white, but it is see-through. Sunlight passes through the hair as it's soaked up by the bear's black skin. The bear also has a 4-inch thick layer of blubber all over its body. This acts like a blanket to keep the bear warm. The polar bear's blubber keeps it warm and helps it float in the freezing waters of the Arctic. Ooh, I don't like spiders, but if you want to know more about spiders, go ahead and check out this book on Mac and Via. Snakes, okay, how snakes adapt to their environment. Zebras kind of look like horses, but how do they adapt and survive in their environment? Raccoons, pandas. And then finally, if you want more information of terms that were in dark print, you can look back here to define those terms. And then if you want other books of similar topics and interests, here's more information that you could look up. Again, this book is coming to you via Mac and Via. And again, here's some other choices of books that would be similar. And I got this book off our digital resource site. Thanks for joining.